What's up, guys, and welcome to the yearly speed test comparison between the best of Samsung and the best of Apple. Yes, I'm talking about the Galaxy S25 Ultra taking on the best of Apple, which is the iPhone 16 Pro Max. We are going to be testing out everything in terms of the performance between these two phones. Brand new Snapdragon 8 Elite takes on the Apple A18 Pro. As always, we are going to be kicking things off by putting up both the devices at the same time. Here we go. The Galaxy S25 Ultra on the left and iPhone 16 Pro Max on the right, so let's see which one is going to be faster. One UI 7.0, Android 15 versus iOS 18.3, I believe that's the latest version. So let's see. Okay, the Galaxy S25 Ultra is faster there, good number of a second. It's a nice quick early lead by the Galaxy S25 Ultra. Alright, both phones are looking incredibly beautiful. Just check out these bezels. Of course, the Galaxy S25 Ultra is definitely a little bit more cleaner thanks to the minimal punch hole. Now let's first fire out the Geekbench 6 benchmark on both the phones just to see the CPU scores, because this is Snapdragon 8 Elite and it is said to describably faster than the Apple A18 Pro. I have already done the benchmark today, so we are going to be looking at the scores. You can see that the Apple still has slightly lead when it comes to the CPU performance, whereas Samsung is already way ahead in terms of the multi-core performance. So you can take this test as a tie between both of these devices. The difference between the GPU is way ahead in the S25 Ultra as compared to the iPhone 16 Pro Max, and that is something I'm going to be testing out in this particular video. Before we go into the app section, there is another 3D mark test where we have performed the wildlife stress test on both the devices. So we are going to be doing that test as well. No, the test has been done. It seems like the Galaxy S25 Ultra is its own league. However, I do feel that 3D Mark is not optimized for iPhone 16 Pro Max. There's just a massive difference in the stability, FPS, and overall performance with the 3D Mark. Just for a reference, this is the difference we have with the wildlife stress test by using the 3D Mark. Now, enough about the numbers. Let's see the actual real performance between both of these devices, as we are going to be beginning the test with some of the basic applications, which includes the phone dialer. Starting with the phone dialer, and that is buttery smooth on both phones. This is supposedly the best animation Samsung has ever produced on their flagship phones, and I'm really impressed about that. Now, opening up the settings, same situation. The animation is pretty much amazing and it's great. The opening speed is going to be faster in both the devices. Now, let's quickly jump into some third-party application, and starting with the Quora on both the devices, that is definitely faster on the Galaxy S25 Ultra. So let's check out some scrolling performance, and it's looking very, very good indeed. Moving on, we have the Spotify that was really quick, and I feel that the Galaxy S25 Ultra was going to be a little bit faster there. And now jumping into the next app, which is going to be the Reddit, so that feels faster overall on the iPhone 16 Pro Max. Loading up the feed, and it's going to be quicker. But if we scroll around, so the Reddits definitely feel a little bit less smoother than the first two apps. Now, once everything is loaded, it is looking really, really good. Next, we are jumping into the YouTube. Definitely, it's going to be quicker on the S25 Ultra as compared to the iPhone 16 Pro Max. Now, the Galaxy S25 Ultra is really quick in loading up those particular feeds as compared to iPhone, which is taking a little bit of a time to load up the latest feeds. There are different feeds once again, and scrolling looks very smooth on both phones. Now, moving on towards the TikTok, that is really quick on the S25 Ultra. So iPhone took just a little bit second to load up the latest feeds. Now let's check out the TikTok cameras, and as you can see, it's going to be faster on the iPhone as compared to the S25 Ultra, which is definitely going to be a little bit slower. Well, moving on towards the Instagram, both phones has fell pretty much neck to neck, and both the devices again have a different feeds going on, but really good performance. So let's do the first scroll, and that is very smooth on iPhone, and it has loaded up more content on the home screen. Now checking about the profile, and that is again about the same on both the devices. Next up, we have games, starting with the Subway service on both the phones. The Galaxy S25 Ultra going to be done, and that is very, very quick. That was first launch by the way on both the phones, so definitely quicker performance on the S25 Ultra. Moving on, we have the flip diving game, and it's going to be a little bit faster in the iPhone as compared to the S25 Ultra. So definitely this is going to be a tie in terms of two gaming. Anyhow, Anyhow, next we have the real racing game. This is my favorite game, and it's going to be loading in both the devices quicker. As you can see, the loading time between both of these devices is going to be different. The iPhone is going to be coming faster as compared to the S25 Ultra. So definitely the iPhone is quicker here. And the Samsung is getting some time to load up that particular game. And you're moving towards one of my favorite games, the PUBG Mobile, and let's see which device is going to be faster in terms of opening that particular application and game. So it seems like the S25 Ultra is looking faster in terms of loading up the PUBG mobile game. And yeah, the S25 Ultra is quicker in terms of loading up the PUBG mobile game. So definitely it's a winner in here. So it's looking good. Let's check out the in-game performance on both the phones. So we are just going to start off quick guest stage. So we have loaded up the stage on both the phones, and you can see it is looking absolutely beautiful, smooth on both the phones, and this is running as good as it can run on a flagship phone. Now we are going to be checking out the performance first on the S25 Ultra. Once again, looking just amazing. I mean, both of these chips are just too good for PUBG. Let's be real, can't really go wrong with either one of these phones when it comes to the gaming is concerned. Both the devices are going to be excellent. Now moving on towards the Netflix, and it's going to be quicker on the S25 Ultra as compared to the iPhone 16 Pro Max. Now moving on towards the Play Store and App Store, and it's going to be faster in the Galaxy S25 Ultra. Now let's go ahead and do some video rendering in Adobe Rush application. So I'm launching this at the same time, and both the phones we have just loaded up the similar 4K 60 FPS clip on both the phones, and these two phones you can see the timeline scrolling is really smooth. Let's go and render this out at 1080p resolution because I don't have the premium variants. So here we go. As you can see, the rendering speed is definitely going to be better in the iPhone 16 Pro Max. Despite having the Snapdragon 8 Elite, it has the better GPU performance. It's still going to be lagging as compared to the iPhone 16 Pro Max, which is blazing fast in terms of the rendering speed between both of these devices. Anyway, Adobe Rush is one application and it may be optimized for one phone. Let's see what is going to be happening in the CapCut. As you can see, I have loaded up both the clip in both the devices, and I'm going to be rendering both of these devices. As you can see, it's not a surprise. The S25 Ultra is going to be quicker in the CapCut as compared to the iPhone 16 Pro Max. So definitely it's going to be software optimization between the applications, so both the devices are excellent in terms of the rendering as well. So I think that it's going to be a tie between both of these devices in terms of rendering, and it's based on application optimization. And at the end we are going to be doing some camera application testing on both of these devices. First of all, we are going to be taking the picture using the Galaxy S25 ultra wide camera, 50 megapixel, and both of these devices are going to be running. As I am taking the picture and notices that the iPhone 16 Pro Max is taking some time to fully load the picture, and as compared to S25 Ultra. Similar is going to be the situation with the 200 megapixel, where in camera application S25 Ultra is loading up faster in terms of the photos and optimizing that as compared to the iPhone 16 Pro Max. And you guys, at the end we are going to be doing some browsing tests as well. And first of all, we are going to be opening the phone arena, which is going to be quicker. It seems like it's going to be quicker on the Galaxy S24 Ultra as compared to iPhone 16 Pro Max. And next we are going to be loading up the GSM arena, and it's going to be same situation in here. The GSM arena is going to be loading faster in the S25 Ultra as compared to the iPhone 16 Pro Max. And you guys, in terms of the RAM management, both the devices are going to be great. So let's find out which device is going to be holding RAM management perfectly. And starting with the phone dialer, it's going to be same on both the devices. Next we have the browsers, which has been open on both the devices. Now the third application is camera. It's still there, no problem. Next we have the CapCut, and it's already there in both the devices. Adobe Rush is also present in both the devices, so nice early start for both the devices. Here we see that there is going to be a refresh for the iPhone 16 Pro Max. So this is the first refresh from iPhones, and now we have the S25 Ultra refresh for the first time. So it's a tie. Next we have PUBG Mobile, which is going to be available in both the devices, so it's a tie between both of them in here as well. Next we have the rear racing game. Now this is going to be relaunched in the iPhone 16 Pro Max as compared to S25 Ultra. So there are two applications that has been reloaded in the iPhone 16 Pro Max right now. Now there has been a third application. The flip diving has been reloaded again in the iPhone 16 Pro Max. There are three apps that has been reloaded and one app for the S25 Ultra reloaded in there. And moving on towards the Subway Surfers, again it has been reloaded in the iPhone 16 Pro Max, whereas the S25 Ultra hold that particular application. So in total, four application has been reloaded up till now, and Instagram is still there in both of these devices. TikTok is going to be reloaded in the iPhone 16 Pro Max. So we are going to be seeing 5 refresh in the 16 Pro Max. Reddit is there, Spotify is there, and we also see the Quora is there in both of these devices, and the setting is there. So in total, iPhone 16 Pro Max has been reloaded 5 applications as compared to the one application reloaded in the S25 Ultra. So definitely the S25 Ultra is going to be the winner of the show in this particular speed test. I hope this video has helped you out in some way. If you like this video, do consider subscribing my channel for more amazing content that is planned for this year. I also going to be doing some camera application testing between both of these devices and making some speed test comparison between the 15 Pro Max, S23 Ultra and S24 Ultra. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching. Peace.